Hey there everyone, how is it going? Thank you all so much for tuning in today, and we're talking about essential rock licks. Now, I've done other videos similar to this one, and I'm gonna try to avoid, doing like this lick. I think those are totally essential, it's just I've used them in other videos, and I'm gonna give you some other licks that I think are very crucial to like just a rock guitarist's arsenal of licks. So if you want tabs, and if you would like that backing track that I played over in the beginning, those links are down below in the description. You can check that out if you want to. You can also check out my free guitar course, the Fretboard Decoder. I feel like you could take a lot of this stuff, apply it to that, or use what it's showing you and apply it to what you already know. And without further ado, of course, here are the licks. Okay, so let's talk about these. Now, lick number one, most of these are out of the key of E. The backing track is actually out of the key of E as well. I chose to do this one out of the key of A just because I love the way it sounds up here a little bit higher. And it's a simple, it's, I'm getting the idea from like Eddie Van Halen, Slash, guys like that. Maybe even Revv Beach, maybe that's who I actually got it from, the 17 solo. But anyways, we're all the way up here in box one of our A minor pentatonic scale. And essentially I'm bending 20 on the B string up a full step. And then I go to 17 on the high string. Now I go back to the B string and I go 20, pull off 17. Or you could pick it all. I'm not sure why I tabbed it out, but either one will work. Sometimes I pick it off if I want more aggression out of it. Now you essentially do the same thing, but you bend 20 on the high E string of a full step. Everything else is exactly the same, so. And there you have it. Now, I just realized I forgot and left my delay on, but we're gonna roll with it. Now, lick number two is one of my favorite licks. It's a Stevie Ray Vaughan idea is who I got it from. And basically, he does this big, it's a, maybe, I don't know if you could consider it an overbend. It's basically like, let's see, what is it? Kind of like a two-step bend, step and a half, something like that. And I walk it down chromatically, and then you do another two-step bend, and then you go back to pitch. So basically, it starts at 19 on the high string, and you do your overbend. Now you let it come out. 19, 18, 17, 15. Now you grab 17 on the B string, which is actually your root. We're out of the key of E. And you're going to bend it up two steps. Then you let it come back down to pitch and pick it again. So, and that's, like I said, I'm getting it from Stevie Ray Vaughan and Jimmy Page. The overbending thing is a very Jimmy Page kind of thing. Maybe it's even more Jimmy Page than Stevie Ray Vaughan, because it sounds very much like that Whole Lotta Love lick. Alright, so this one is a total... the first person I ever heard doing this style of lick was actually Ace Frehley, and I believe the Love Gun solo, something like that. But I recently taught this lick to a student who was learning a Bob Marley song. His guitar player did this lick, and he did it clean. And I was like, you know what? That's a good lick. So I'm going to show it to you guys here real quick. And it's basically just going 14, 12, 14 on the A string. Now I'm going to go 12 on the D, 14 on the A, back to 12 on the D. Now there's one, passage through that. I view that as one set. And all you do is move it down a string each time in your scale. So we're in E minor pentatonic. So we're going to go 14, 12, 14 on the D, 12 on the G, back to that 14, and back 12. Moving down another set of strings, 14, 12, 14 again on the G, 12 on the B, 14, 12, and then the final one here is 15, 12, 15 on the B, 12 on the high string, and then 15 on the B, and I bend. But, whoa, don't do that. end on any E note. So. All right, now this one is a very famous repeating lick. It's been everything in the Disturbed Stricken solo, or like a version of it. Zakk Wylde, Randy Rhoads, like Kirk Hammett. Everyone uses a similar style to this lick, and I was like, you know what? This is a really crucial one, and I love it because it's pentatonic and it's bouncing around. So basically, we're going like this, and actually Nuno does a version of it, but he incorporates the major third, so he's kind of like going. Another version that you could do. But basically, I'm just going like this. It's 15. 15, pull off the 12 on the high string. Yep, 15, pull off 12 on the high string. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Then I go 15, 12 on the B string, which I pick. Then I hammer back on to 15, and I go to 12 on the high. So. Now, the only thing I alter is instead of starting on 15 again, I start on 17 the next time, and then I bounce between those. So. And you can move this pattern around. Like I said, it's very easy to shift it around. Up. So you have that going on then. Now the final one I wanted to show you is not the typical one that you'll see in these style of videos. Is I'm going to show you a major third bending lick. Now this is something that I love to do so much. There's really cool places where it does it. Richie Costa does a lot in that I'm No Wayne. There it is. I was like, I'm out of pitch. Lots of places, and I do it all the time. I like to end a phrase. It just sounds cool. So how do you do that exactly? Well, there's a bunch of different ways to do it. If I'm in the key of A, I use my open A string, but I'm going to use my thumb over the neck right now to show you all of these, except for the last one. So basically, you can grab 5th fret on the low A string with your thumb, and then you grab 5th fret on the G with your pointer finger. I was making sure that was still recording. I would have been so bummed out. So now essentially what's happening, this is our root, and then this is your minor third. Now how you get that real nice resolution to it is you have to bend this up a half step to your major third. Now you play both those notes, and you give that little, that minor third a half step bend. Just like that. Now what I'm going to do is I shift up and I go down to a B, which is 7, and then 7. Now the other way you can do this is like this. I mean, there's more than just these couple ways right here. And then the next one I want to go to is E. I want to go all the way up here though. I'm going to stay right here and I'm going to play 7 on the A string and then 8 on the B. And get that. You know what? I know who I got this from? Joe Bonamassa. That's who. I'm just ending right there. 999. Alrighty guys, that is it. Like I said before, get the tabs, get the backing track if you want to jam out to that thing. I thought it was kind of fun to mess around with some of these ideas. But other than that, we are out of here. Keep on rocking, and I will see you later this week. Peace out, homies. Keep on rocking. Bye guys. Guitar high five.